Okay, we are back, regular viewers. Thank you for all the support. I hope you guys had a great week. Again, we're continuing to approach our goal here of 1,000 subscribers. We're in 840s, I think. So that's a blessing right there. Today, we are going to talk fuel filters. Yay! Round of applause, right? Woo! Okay, good. Thank you, all one of you. All right, I have a Mercury 2016 Mercury 40 horsepower 4-stroke, and it has two fuel filters. It has a low pressure fuel filter right here, and it has a high pressure fuel filter. All right, and both of them need to be changed every year. When I changed my oil this year, I forgot I didn't have these in stock, and so I had to order them, and now voila, here they are. So luckily for me, the weather outside has been frightful, and I haven't been able to go fishing because the bayous are blowing out, and the favorite lake that I like to fish was treated for weeds, so that fish didn't enjoy that. So join me in today's venture as we change fuel filters. Okay, so this is our 2016 40 horsepower 4-stroke Mercury engine. Just going to start by taking the cowling off, which is this lever right here. Pull out, you hear that click, and then it lifts right off. Okay, so there's two parts of this motor that we need to attack today. Here on the starboard side, we have the low pressure fuel filter. This one's extremely easy to get to, and you can just use your crescent wrench, and this one will unscrew. And then the more entertaining is, this is the coil pack. Down there, this little black piece of plastic tube right down the bottom, underneath all this garbage here, is your high pressure fuel filter. And that one is the entertaining one. We're going to show you how to do it. It's really not that difficult. It just takes a little bit of time. Okay, so starting with the low pressure fuel filter. It is full of fuel, so I do put a couple rags down in there, and then we use our old okra container. Just any glass jar will do, though. Put that under there just to try to catch any fuel. Adjustable wrench. This is not supposed to be crazy tight, just enough to keep the fuel from coming out. All right, now we can do it by hand. Okay, so see there's a little bit of fuel down in there. Just put that down in the jar here so we don't spill it all over the place like that all over our hands. So this just pulls out like that. Drop it down in there. Okay, so now we're going to install the new one and press it up in to where it came. You don't have to go after it like it insulted your mother, just enough that it's holding it there. That's all you need, okay?
Okay.
Take the sight glass and screw it back in. Okay, and again, just tighten it down. Not crazy tight though, it's all plastic. Okay, regular viewers, and now on to the fun side of the project. Removing our high pressure fuel filter, which is down here below this coil pack. So this needs to be removed so you can get to that down there. I have these idiot lines put on all of my connections so that when I remove these things, I know exactly where they go to. I have trouble remembering all that stuff. So there, all three of them have those on there. Just as a reminder, help me to realign them there. So first we're going to take the wire off the coil. Tuck that up there so it's out of the way. These are 8mm bolts right here, and they're fairly loose. I just loosened the top one a little bit, and then for the bottom one, because it's down below just like that, this wrench right here with this ratchet rather with an 8mm fits right on it, just down in here. So you're not going to be able to really see me do that, but I'm going to remove that and show you what we're going to do next. So that coil pack is out, and then of course, like always, I dropped several of the pieces down in there have to go fish those out. All right, so let's get this bolt out that we dropped. And there is 2 sleeves that are down in there that we need as well. Oops. All right, so these are the pieces, the 2 bolts, but these are the 2 spacers right here that are behind the coil pack. So it's vitally important that you don't just leave those banging around in your motor. You can sometimes catch them when they fall out. I always miss them and drop them, but with a little finagling, I can usually get my my big sandwich clamp fingers out in there and grab them. So vitally important, you don't miss those. Okay, so I have removed, it has an insulative sleeve. I've slid that back and I've stuffed some rags down in there. You want to put rags down under this because this is full of gasoline and you just don't want it leaking all over the place. So this is, if we can lift this up where you can see it here, let me try to get that in the shot. This connector has this little red button and you depress it with your thumb and then that's how it comes apart right there. Again, we've got our rags that are catching the backflow of that gas. It's hard to get a pan under there. There's one on the other side as well. Oops. All right. And there's our filter, and that's what's left of last year's date that was on it. Like I said, it's just the gasoline is being captured down in there, so it's not going all over the place. And I've got a rag for this one as well. So I'm going to clean up this mess, and we'll show you the next step. Okay, so here's our new filter. We put the date on it that we're putting it in, and I highlighted the arrow here. This arrow is very important. It shows you the direction that the fuel is flowing. Easy for me to say. So this just snaps in, just like that. Clip. You can hear the clip noise, I hope. Sorry if my hands are in the way. And the other one is clipped on, and that's done. Whammo, slammo. Get the rags out of there. Don't leave those gasoline-soaked rags in your motor unless you don't want to have your motor and boat much longer. That is a great way to have a huge fire. So just in case, like me, you got to redo the mounting points and the bolts there. This is I ran a tap and die through it, and it is a 6mm by 1. Okay, so reassembly is going well. We've got our wrench lined up, our ratchet, why do I keep saying that? Lined up on the bolt and the sleeve, and we've got a few cranks already on our on our bolt down there. And we just want to get this tight enough to hold so that we can start the top one as well. This is not fun and easy. It's a little beyond regular because first time you do this, you'll probably drop that sleeve a few times down there. Try not to say some choice words. Try to keep it family friendly, but just be prepared for that to happen. Good tools to have on hand when you're doing this job is one of these pair of reachers, which if you're a parent, you probably have anyway because your children stick things where they're not supposed to, and some long needle nose pliers and or children with long wiry fingers. So those are some tools of the trade for this job right there. But the worst of it's over because we got that one started. The top one is not quite as bad. Just don't forget this little tab that holds this pack of wires together right here. Gets bolted through on the back of this coil pack. That's back together. Last but not least, our coil wire here, spark wire. Easy to do, holding a camera. There we go, till it clips back on. And it's important to remember this is bolted into a threaded piece of aluminum here. So you can't go crazy on this like it insulted your mother, or you will for certain strip these holes out. And that is no fun to deal with. All right? And it's just that easy. Remembering that we drain the system of all the fuel here, we're just going to take our priming ball and pump that. And there's the fuel already. It shouldn't take much to get through to here. And then down to this side as well. Some of the fuel probably drained out of here. So when you restart your motor, it may take a little bit longer to crank than normal. But you can test that real easy. Just turn the key, touch it off for a second. And you don't have to run it without water. But you can just touch it off, make sure that you got your fuel up to the system right there. So, and that you put everything back the way it was supposed to. Perfect. Now we just want to reinstall our cowling cover. You press it down, and then you hear that click and you see this depress right here, and then you know it's good to go. Okay, so that's it, regular viewers. We've installed our high pressure and low pressure fuel filter on our Mercury 4-stroke. Here again, this was a 2016 40 horse, but this is applicable to the 50 and 60 of the same generation here. It is a challenging job, but it's something that you can absolutely do. If I can do it and I'm just regular, anybody can. So just take some patience and some time, and take care of some regular maintenance on your outboard that treats you so well, so you can get there out on the water and enjoy yourselves. If you have any comments or questions, please leave them below right here. All right, thank you for your time, and you stay regular.
Don't forget.
Hey, what are you kids doing?